What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We back in Sweden. Somebody sent me this video, told me to check it out. Let me start at the beginning. Helsingborg, the real Sweden. So we finna check this out. The first time I ever heard about this city in Sweden. So I've done quite a bit. Probably some of the main or the top 5 cities. I did an individual on my other channel, Darting Around the World. So y'all can go follow that on YouTube and subscribe. But this wasn't on the top 5 list, but somebody was like, this is my hometown, it's beautiful, love it, and we finna jump into this. So let's see, you gotta turn it down to be safe. Okay, nice. I guess we got a host. I guess he's hosting this. I forgot to get his name, but I have the link in the description though, so y'all can check out this channel. I don't know how many videos he got. Host Rap Grizzle, Young Grizzle, the real Sweden. Young Grizzle.
Welcome to Helsingborg, Sweden.
Helsingborg.
Not to be confused with Helsingborg, Denmark, just minutes away across the street.
Oh wow.
I'm an American journalist, and I've been coming here for years, and I'd love to show you
It's
around.
American.
Let's take a quick look at Helsingborg, and then go explore all that this region has to offer.
Okay, it makes
One of
sense.
Sweden's oldest cities, Helsingborg was settled nearly 1,000 years ago.
Dang.
Though I love the history, it's the active lifestyle and accessibility.
That's an interesting fountain right there. What were they doing?
1,000 years ago. Though I love
It's like they fighting for something, like they playing football or
the
something.
history, it's the active
wonder
lifestyle
what
and
they were.
accessibility that brought me here. From the beautiful North Harbor with its charming waterfront, to the Dunkers Cultural Center designed by famed architect
Oh, wow.
Jan Utzon, to the 14th century St. Mary's Church, Helsingborg offers a
St.
lot
Mary
in a
Hotel
small
Viking.
space.
H&M
You can
over
shop for
there.
international and brand names on Sweden's oldest shopping street, and that's just steps away from the North Harbor.
And this is the oldest
At
town.
the end of the shopping street is Helsingborg's centuries-old medieval fortress, Schanen.
Oh,
Walk up to the top,
Schanen.
where the views are breathtaking.
Wow. That's pretty
On
cool.
clear days, you can see as far as Copenhagen, and you can always see beautiful
Wow.
Helsingborg down below.
I need to look at this on the map, because it seemed to me like this is like a 20-minute drive from Denmark. From Sweden to Denmark, maybe a 20-minute drive or
Just 3 miles
something.
north of Helsingborg is a palace with a special story. Welcome
Sofiero?
to Sofiero. My host here
Sofiero.
is Annika Malgren. She's the manager of the palace and its beautiful gardens, and she's volunteered
nice.
to show me around. Sofiero was named Europe's most beautiful garden in 2010.
Look nice.
Thanks to the more than 500 varieties of rhododendrons and abundant roses and dahlia.
I wonder how it look now.
Sofiero also hosts garden festivals and outdoor summer concerts during the spring, summer, and fall.
Pretty cool.
In 1864,
that look nice in
Sweden's
there.
Crown Prince Oscar purchased land here to build a summer castle for his wife Sophie. Sofiero looks across to Hamlet's
wow.
castle in Denmark.
Dang, it's just right there. I'm telling you, this is like a 20-minute boat ride.
So
Just right there.
Sofiero looks
That's
across
crazy.
to Hamlet's castle in Denmark.
Super close.
So now we're in the King's former dining room, and this is
Dang,
an
that
award-winning
is
restaurant.
nice.
In fact, it's won many awards. And we're about to enjoy
What's that food
some
like?
food produced with local ingredients from the northwest Skåne region. So, bon appetit.
How much
This
is
part of
that?
Sweden is known for its farms and rich culinary heritage. And having
Wow,
lunch at
that's unique.
Sofiero was the perfect way to
I ain't gonna lie. That's bougie. They look like a $200 plate right here.
Rich culinary heritage.
Or Swedish
And having lunch
2,000
at
Swedish
Sofiero
kronas.
was the perfect way to end a few hours in this beautiful park and palace.
Wow.
I'm in Fredriksdal. This is an open-air museum.
Museums and
Basically,
gardens.
you'd come here to see and to experience how life has been lived in Sweden throughout the centuries. We're going to go inside and meet our host, Charlotte, who's going to treat us to a
Charlotte.
traditional Swedish fika and to tell us stories about superstitions and how herbs played a role.
Not
Only
the
a few
herbs.
minutes from Helsingborg's North Harbor, Fredriksdal allows you to see a variety of landscapes in South Sweden and to learn more about the region's kitchen gardens.
And we have this basilica.
Okay, so that's basil. How is
Basil.
Yeah, well, you have the girl now. It's 1850, and she's so happy with this man, and she wants to keep him. Every day before he goes to the fields, she takes the basilica and she put it in his clogs, and he will always come back. And who say? it might work even today.
That's interesting. What in the world? Putting some basil in my socks?
Charlotte and I continued our stroll. Fredriksdal is actually larger than Stockholm's well-known Skansen. It was a gorgeous September day, and we found a lovely table along the path
September, I
in the
heard
woods,
it's nice.
where we sat down for coffee and Swedish cinnamon buns called kanelbulle.
Cannabola.
The Swedes call this tradition fika, and it's certainly something you'll want to experience. It's basically taking time to appreciate life with
Which is
others.
always good. Always good to do that.
Our next stop was the Old Town Quarters. Historic buildings were brought here from Helsingborg City Center for preservation. It's like a stroll along Nostalgia Lane.
They took good care of that building.
Could I ask, what is it you love about
That building looked like they just built this type.
buildings were brought here from Helsingborg City Center
said they
for
just brung it.
preservation? It's like a stroll along
Yeah, these look nice.
Nostalgia Lane.
Fairly new.
Could I ask, what is it you love about working at this place?
Oh, wow, it's a lot of things. Well, it's pretty all year round. The nature is fantastic and
Nice.
the culture is interesting. There's always some story you can tell. And I keep learning new things. That's most important.
Well, thanks, Charlotte, for showing me
thank you.
Fredriksdal.
Always good to learn.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, the oldest town. That looked fairly new to me.
In the 1890s, tourists
Grand
thronged to the
Hotel.
Grand Hotel in Mölle for a simple reason. Men and women could swim together on a common beach. Mölle
They
is the
couldn't before
birthplace
that
of
century.
Swedish sin. Our reason for coming here, though, was to experience kullaberg, a
Kullaberg.
nature reserve. Kullaberg is an outdoor playground with one of the best golf courses and with the best views. in
I
all
need to
of
get into
Sweden.
golf. I'm getting
The
too old out
expansive
here. My
peninsula,
bones don't work the same.
characterized by its rugged coast, offers trails for hiking and for
Okay.
mountain biking. Described
Got a lot
as
to offer
compact New
here.
Zealand, Kullaberg also offers a variety of water sports, including the extremely popular porpoise safaris.
Puppet safaris? I ain't never heard of that. That sounds pretty cool. That's a nice view though.
From Kullaberg, we headed to the Beara Peninsula toward Båstad, stopping at the
Båstad.
charming fishing village and now popular resort town, Torekov.
Torkov.
We also stopped at Hovshalle, another nature reserve where the
Nice.
famous Swedish director
Look at
Ingmar
that.
Bergman shot parts of his film.
Oh, he finna say somebody
Another
made a
nature
movie. I was
reserve
about
is
to say this looked like a cave I didn't seen in a movie or something.
Famous Swedish director Ingmar Bergman shot parts of his film The Seventh Seal.
Seventh
We had a
Seal.
fika at Plakorna Lundgren, where one of Sweden's former kings enjoyed the vanilla
Wow.
hearts cake, and so did we.
That looked
And
good.
then we headed to a special farmhouse where an opera singer once lived.
Like Little Red Riding Hood house or something.
She once told an
A
interviewer
granny house,
that
at
she
least.
began to sing before she could walk. She grew up in this farmhouse in this beautiful countryside. And I'm talking about Birgit Nilsson, a farm girl who
Birgit
went on to
Nilsson.
become one of the world's most famous sopranos. This spot is now a museum and also her old home.
Wow.
Let's go inside to meet her niece.
That's pretty
to
cool.
learn more about this fascinating lady.
Birgit Nilsson was a dramatic sopranist who performed operatic and symphonic works. Her voice was noted for its overwhelming force and its bountiful reserves of power. She was particularly
Sound
gifted
good. Was she
at
on?
hitting the
Oh,
high
snap.
notes.
So get to Birgit
This is an interesting statue right here. Like,
was
she was
capable
singing
of
so
hitting
hard,
such
blowing her
high
hair.
notes that she sometimes broke things.
Yes, she did. That's a remarkable.
Is that what that came from? I don't know if y'all know, like, TV shows, especially back in the day, they always, when somebody hit a high note or something, they break the glass. Was she the originator of this?
Story about how she cracked the windows in a church in Sweden when she sang.
That's
But
crazy
it's not
if
the
that
only
really
thing
happened.
she
No
cracked. Once she sang in Tehran, and she had bought some beautiful earrings. And at the concert that evening, when she sang, she cracked one of them. And
What?
It was her voice that made it crack.
Wow. That's crazy.
The
Them look
farmhouse where
pretty
Birgit Nilsson
sturdy
grew
to
up
crack.
and loved to return to all of her life is next door to the museum. We went inside to see it just as Birgit had left it when she died on Christmas Day in 2005
Oh,
at
wow.
the age of 87.
She lived a long life, for sure. Very long life.
Even if you've never heard of Birgit Nilsson, this is a place that you can appreciate. It's not often that you come to a museum where you can learn about a person's professional career and then
And their
walk next door
personal
to
life.
the farmhouse where they grew up. Birgit Nilsson was a simple farm girl who went on to international acclaim.
That's
But this
nice.
is the place that she loved coming back to and spending time, and I know that you will too.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Our next stop was
Båstad.
Båstad, one of
Båstad.
Sweden's most beautiful towns.
That look
With its
nice.
iconic bathhouse at Hotel Skansen and its nearly
that, a
always
sauna?
blue skies. Båstad is known
Bathhouse?
for its gorgeous coastline, as well as the Swedish Open tennis tournament, attracting great
Oh,
players like
hold
Serena
up.
Williams since 1948.
Båstad. I need to check this out. I didn't know Serena Williams was here. I didn't even know they had a Swedish Open. I always knew the Australian Open. I know they played everywhere, but I didn't even know they had this in Sweden.
Tennis tournament, attracting great players like Serena Williams since 1948.
One of the greatest.
I walked the town's lovely streets to find
Båstad.
another tradition that Båstad is known for,
Båstad.
and that is weaving.
Weaving?
Today I want to tell you about a remarkable woman. Her name was Märta Fredriksdal, and she wanted her art to be appreciated on floors. I'm here in Båstad, in one of Northern Europe's most important weaveries. Let's go see what it's all about.
Works of art have been produced
pretty
here
nice.
since 1919.
She making
Today,
carpets?
the rugs and woven
Rugs.
textiles are produced on specially built looms, and all by hand using designs and instructions that have been
Nice.
passed down from generation to generation. It's part museum,
That
part
looked like
shop,
it'd take a long time.
with wonderful displays of color.
In addition to the classical
that's
carpets, there are
cool.
also contemporary carpets. This one on my right, for example, this is the audio waveforms of a trout transferred into the fabric
My granny here used to have this type of rug.
of a carpet. And on my left,
Probably did.
this is the audio waveforms
My granny
of a
love
satellite
rugs.
landing on a planet. There's a saying here that these carpets are not expensive, but they do cost a lot. Now, this particular design is owned by Steven Spielberg, and guess where he has
Not
it?
Steven
On his
Spielberg.
bathroom floor. That would have made Märta Fredriksdal very proud.
Ha, Steven Spielberg. That's pretty cool though. Everybody has some rugs.
Beautiful palaces and sprawling gardens, to nature reserves perfect for soft adventure, to open-air museums that present the best of Sweden's storied traditions, and sites that celebrate their
Nice.
gifted performers and artists. Northwest Skåne has a lot to offer,
Skåne.
and it's all easily accessible from one of the most charming towns in all of Sweden,
Very.
Helsingborg, a beautiful seaside
Helsingborg.
town just an hour from Copenhagen.
Oh, an
at the
hour?
narrowest
That's
part of
not
the
bad.
strait that separates Sweden from Denmark.
We've only been able
That's
to show
not
you
bad,
a
an
little
hour?
of all that you can do when you visit this region in the south of Sweden. Make sure that your next cruise ship visit calls on Helsingborg, Sweden. I'm Ralph Grizzle,
Helsingborg,
and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Mr. Grizzle. Oh, this was nice. This was nice. I ain't gonna lie, the way I was seeing Denmark, or they were saying, talking about it, it seemed like Denmark was like down the street 20 minutes, but an hour is not bad. Cause here in Texas, it takes hours to drive to, like, I would say the next major city in Texas, but other than that, the next state to us is like Oklahoma, and it takes me like an hour to get get into Oklahoma. Like deeper in Oklahoma, it takes a couple of more hours, but just to get to Oklahoma, it does not take that long. So you can touch another state, at least from where I live. But other than that, I think that's pretty cool. First time hearing about Helsingborg. We got to see a lot of other great towns and great history. You know, the real Sweden, the oldest city in Sweden. That's crazy. It looked well preserved, everything taken care of. So that's always a good thing. But guys, that's all I have. Appreciate the recommendation. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send out more recommendations. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.